Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008.
Oh yeah, it's the end of the year. Our first ever Jerk of the Year. Now last year we did Jerk of the Year. We'll be doing that again this year, but this is our first Jerk of the Year award, so the winner should be awfully proud.
Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008.
You will recall that Peter Schiff, I was on Peter Schiff's radio show, I guess a year or two ago. I don't even remember what we were debating, but this guy was a charlatan who got credit for predicting the crash of 2008. Went on to show his predictive powers by losing his clients hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars.
Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008.
No more money.
So would you be willing to give us $15 for the workers?
I can't.
15%. Just so they can get higher wages.
I can't.
You can't.
No,
Stop
But
it.
don't you?
This is so stupid that it's unbelievable. Aside from him really not being able to get the video that he wanted, just because $15 has the number 15, it doesn't make any sense to say 15%. Why didn't Peter Schiff go out and say, hey, we want to give Walmart workers $15 an hour. Would you be willing to pay 15,000% more for your prices? Because nothing he's saying there makes any sense.
Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008.
And they would say, now could you please get away from me? Why are you so freaking obnoxious? I want to know the part that they cut out when somebody beat him up. Unbelievable, this guy. What a moron.
Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008.
The Federal Reserve, I mean, what I call the CNBC shorts, like, Peter Schiff. I mean, they're drumming up business here. They're not analyzing a situation, a financial or economic crisis. He's trying to drive business to an offshore bank, for crying out loud. I'm trying to.
Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008.
And the reason there's anything to buy is because somebody produced it.
Right. The only reason they produced it, you moron, is because somebody wanted to buy it.
Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008.
Oh, isn't it? Because we haven't seen, for example, that plunging that you talk about in the dollar over the last few years, when the Fed has basically done nothing but print money, and we don't have nobody here has a legitimate concern.
A lot of people into a false sense of complacency.
Right, but people don't have legitimate concerns here saying, "Oh, I'm not going to go to the ATM."
Just like people were complacent about the housing market until we had a crisis. Right. Look, the world has already loaned America more money than it can ever possibly repay, but right now nobody cares. They keep lending us more just because they think we can keep printing it.
I'll try to ask one question without you talking over.
At one point in time,
Peter,
the printing of money is going to be what dooms us. It's not going to be our salvation.
Yeah, Peter, that's enough. I mean, whatever. The point is, I'm not worried about going to the ATM today and not getting the money out, which was I tried to say 4 times when you're talking about it. Anyway, have a good show. I know you're doing your radio show, so we'll let you get back to it. Still talking.
What that money
Peter
is
Schiff
going to be
joining
worth.
us from Connecticut as always. Thanks, Stegan. God.
Well, speaking of home.
Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008.
Oh, we got another dandy here on Psycho Talk tonight. Never had this guy in, but I got to watch him after what I heard. The man who wants Chris Dodd's Senate seat, Peter Schiff, president of the brokerage firm Euro Pacific Capital. Okay, before we get to his latest defense, let me play a clip from Morning Joe. This was back in August. Listen to him paint himself in the corner while talking about the scary government takeover of health care.
Healthcare is another example where the government interfered with the free market to drive up healthcare costs.
You want to abolish Medicare? That would be getting out of it.
Well, I think Medicare has done a lot of harm in this country. It's helped drive up healthcare costs.
Are your parents on Medicare?
Well, my father.
Since then, he's decided to run for the Republican Senate nomination in Connecticut, and he's not leaving his crazy talk at home either, folks. Here's what he told the Washington Post about his upcoming campaign. I'm interrupting my career. It's not like I want my new career in politics, but I'm willing to interrupt it the same way that somebody interrupted their career and joined World War II and went off to fight the Nazis. How long are we going to put up with these ridiculous comparisons of Democrats to Nazis? Peggy Noonan, why don't you write about that? And worse than that, Schiff saying that leaving a lucrative firm to run for the Senate is the same kind of sacrifice our troops made in World War II. That is offensive psycho talk.
Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008.
That are as far away from the U.S. as possible when that happens.
What is this? You keep saying crash. I mean, how significant a crash are you expecting? Haven't you been predicting this for years and it still hasn't happened?
Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008.
Dollars collapsed. That's what's coming.
Yeah. Well,
but Maria,
I got to push back on this. What currency am I going to go in if not the dollar? What do I want to go?
There are a lot of other currencies, but you could just have real money, Maria. You can own some gold because the central banks can't print that. But there are a lot of other currencies that are in better shape. Go ahead.
What if I get caught in the largest sell-off in 30 years, like what happened just a couple of weeks ago?
What?
Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008. Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008.
Very quickly, bottom line here, as gold has been going down and you've been continuing to say buy, 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 have any of your clients or anybody actually called you up and blasted you for this and said, you've been making...
Well, again, I've been telling my clients to... Yeah, look, I've been telling my...
Peter Schiff, an expert on the economy, he forecast the financial crisis of 2008.
Socialist economy, and that is why the average American
I'm
is
done
getting
with that
poor.
load of crap.
If we want to change that circumstance,
Peter, I'm done with you.
If we want the middle class,
no, you guys don't get it. I'm done with him. He's done. Move away from him. Okay, bring him down. He won't shut up. Okay, and he doesn't listen to facts.
I particularly like Merrill Lynch. Look, stay away from the financials. They're toxic.
Not only didn't anybody listen to him, a lot of people actually laughed at him.
People can't sell their house.
We're not creating any jobs. We're creating 192,000 jobs a month right now. Last year we created 182,000 jobs a month. That's not job growth. That's about 10,000 more a month. That does not help America.
And we're replacing them with part-time service sector jobs.
Oh, my God.
Maria, I particularly like Merrill Lynch. Look, stay away from the financials. They're toxic.
Not only didn't anybody listen to him, a lot of people actually laughed at him.
People can't sell their house.
The trillions that they're going to have to keep lending us to keep this phony economy propped up.
So, Peter, when you look at the value of the...
I particularly like Merrill Lynch. Look, stay away from the financials. They're toxic.
Not only didn't anybody listen to him, a lot of people actually laughed at him.
People can't sell their house.
And that means the sky's the limit on gold. It's going to go to 5,000. I mean, it's just a question of when.
Peter Schiff of Euro Pacific Capital joins us once again. Peter, it is always great to see you. Happy New Year to you. I think that some people out there might, make the comparison of your comments to a broken clock. What do you say? Because
I've been saying gold's going to go up.
I particularly like Merrill Lynch. Look, stay away from the financials. They're toxic.
Not only didn't anybody listen to him, a lot of people actually laughed at him.
People can't sell their house.
After
beautiful homes. Then there's a bunker right in the middle of all. That's where Peter lives.
That's a joke, Peter. You can laugh.
I digress.
You want me to go fucking trash your lights? Do you want me to fucking trash them? Fuck! And what the fuck is it with you? I was looking at the light. Fuck! And what the fuck is it with you? No! No! Fuck! No! No! Fuck! No! What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking head. What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking head. What don't you fucking understand? I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking head. What don't you fucking kick your fucking head? What don't you fucking understand? I'll fucking kick your fucking head. Don't you fucking understand? I'll fucking kick your fucking head. Don't you fucking understand? I'll fucking kick your fucking head. Seriously, man, you and me, we're fucking done professionally. Fucking ass.